Haruhi.
Haruhi. Why Haruhi in
Haruhi
particular?
Suzumiya. It's mad fun. So
Okay.
the story is she.
Still
The story is.
hydrogen.
Story is Haruhi is this girl who's like really eccentric,
Okay.
and she wants to like meet like aliens and time travelers and
Oh yeah.
espers, and so. And so the main character is this guy named Kyon, and he's just this normal dude who's like, what the hell? What the hell is up with this girl? And but he talks to her, and then because of him, she makes her own club called the SOS Brigade. And then
Why does that sound familiar?
maybe because you looked in my book, I don't know.
Could be. Did you reference this anywhere
Oh,
else?
you mean no? What is it? Because that's what I put on my thing. The amount of people who are in my subreddit.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
5 people are in the SOS Brigade.
Yeah, that's where I saw it.
Yeah, okay, good. She makes her own club, and then Kyon finds out that uh, there are people in their school that are actually one's an alien, one's a time traveler, and one's an esper.
Oh man, what's an esper?
A guy who uses ESP.
Oh yeah, okay.
All he can do is just like shoot orbs.
Oh,
But so she's like, so I need another gun. So Kyon, so they talk to Kyon, and then the Esper guy tells him that he thinks she is a god because he got his powers 3 years ago, and 3 years ago is when Kyon helped Haruhi do some like really dumb thing where like she drew like symbols on the ground to get the attention of an alien. And
oh boy.
so all the stuff that they do happened 3 years ago, so like the alien started watching them 3 years ago, and the time traveler also started watching them 3 years ago.
Uh-huh.
But they're just observing her in the school, and then that's it. That's pretty much it. And then the whole story is
Wait,
just
they're observing her
oh the
because she
whole
did some ritual?
they're observing because she has like this power.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Oh,
Ever since
oh.
3 years ago, she has this power where anything she wants pretty much happens.
What?
Like for example,
Uh-huh.
like she wanted to make a movie, so they all went to make a movie. And then she wanted like cherry blossoms in her movie, but it wasn't spring. I think it was like fall or
Okay.
whatever. But even though, well, was it spring? Alright, doesn't matter. Alright, so she wanted cherry blossoms. Whenever they don't
It
bloom,
wasn't the
they
season for
bloomed.
cherry blossoms,
And they
but they
bloomed.
bloomed
And then,
anyway.
and
Dang.
then, what is it? They went back to the place they filmed. And she wanted like a type of I think she wanted like a passenger pigeon, like the ones that are extinct. And then
Oh,
when they went back there were a bunch of them in there.
no
But
man.
of course she doesn't know. She doesn't know that she has this power. They're all just observing her.
Uh-huh.
But they only told Kyon.
Okay.
And Kyon has no powers. He's just this normal dude. But he's just like this dude who just says like
But the
yara
main
yara all the
character
time.
is Kyon?
I mean, look at this
Oh.
guy. What are you doing in here? He didn't even hear me like break the glass, you retard. Someone's I heard someone on the bridge. The dam, I mean.
Oh shit. I'm with you.
Oh, he probably thought I was going inside. This guy was stacked, so he didn't just drop. He was just pretty stupid.
Supply drop inbound.
Oh, I gotta armor up. So, Kyon's the main character. In the books, everything's written in his perspective.
Oh, okay.
and he's just friends with Hari. Hari doesn't know she's the thing,
Uh-huh,
but they
uh-huh.
told him. They're like, "Yo, this is what happened." And so, mostly most of the anime series, at least the beginning of the series, is just it's just them just doing whatever Haruhi wants. Like they're just like what? I don't have paranoia. Why did I hear that? Maybe I'm hearing things.
Oh.
The first episode was just introduction. Second one was they made the movie. Third one was boredom. They wanted like so if when Haruhi doesn't do anything or she like gets mad, she creates these things called closed spaces. And in that closed space there's a thing. Closed space is like you watch Stranger Things, right?
Nope.
You see someone?
Yeah, you jacked our,
Be
quad.
advised.
Oh, for real,
Further
damn.
collapse expected.
Well, I don't know.
Relocate to
Wow,
safe
Hydro
zone.
Dam's still in it. Wow, okay. Alright, so a closed space is just like another world, like the same world, but it's just empty.
Okay.
And in that closed space, there's a thing called a celestial, and that's like a big blue giant that destroys that world.
Oh,
And it's bad if it keeps destroying it.
my bad.
Uh, that's fine. It's bad if it keeps destroying it, so Koizumi, who is the Esper, his job is to like use his powers to take that thing down in each thing. And so, where was I
Whoa, so
going
she
with this?
creates another world,
Yeah, pretty much.
and then and then
It's
something destroys the world?
it's like a yeah. It's like
Oh,
another
man.
it's like another one. She destroys it, and then the Esper has to. He is part of an organization that thinks she is a god, and they deal with it by using their powers.
So they have to they save each world that she makes, that
Yeah,
she wants to
yeah,
destroy?
but it's just yeah,
Oh, man.
it's not that intense as it seems. It's just like she just makes a world, and there'll be these giants in there, and they just take it out, and then they just leave. That's
Okay.
it. Oh yeah, I know, right? All right, so if that happens, if Haruhi is like really bored or whatever, so third one's boredom, and then there's just them just doing random shit, so she's not bored. And
Uh-huh.
then fourth one's good. Fourth one's called disappearance, and disappearance is when things get really crazy.
Oh, boy.
And
Net call.
What
Supply
happens?
drop incoming.
disappearance is when Kyon wakes up and he figures out that he's in an alternate timeline
Oh, shit.
where Haruhi is not in his school no more and
Oh,
everyone
no.
doesn't remember him. But then it turned out at the end it was because of the alien, because the alien is this like quiet girl who just
Uh-huh.
observes things and reads books, but the alien kind of like
Be advised.
she kind
Further
of
collapse
gained like
expected.
humanity.
Relocate to safe zone.
And so she changed the world herself, and she
Okay.
changed the timeline, and so she gave Kyon a choice if he wanted to keep like screwing around with them, or
Uh-huh.
if he actually wanted to like restart and live a normal life.
Oh.
And so it was really good. It was good because when you read it, like the story is so good, and then he has like his own like, especially the movie, he has like his own inner monologue where he's like, do I really want to change the world? But then he's like, but I actually enjoyed it even though I complained, blah blah blah.
Uh-huh.
And so he
Sit rep.
decides he
Further
wants
collapse
to
imminent. Get to safety.
make it go back to where it was, and that's it. And so, oh yeah, and so, okay, yeah, so that was it. That was Disappearance. Disappearance was really good. 5 is Rampage. Rampage is like 3 stories. Oh yeah, okay, so this is, oh wait, I should have told you that as an example. So I like Rampage because it has like my favorite story in it, but it also has this pretty infamous story called Endless 8. And it's infamous in the anime because Endless 8 is a story arc where they decided they were gonna make 8
Net call. Supply
episodes
drop
that
incoming.
were pretty much exactly the same.
The heck?
And so it was the same story repeated 8 times.
What?
So if you imagine, can you imagine waiting every week only to for 8 weeks for it to be the same story? Like it's, I know why, and that's why Haruhi doesn't have a season 3. Because I think people, they're still like really salty or something about it.
I can see why.
Like the studio or whatever, like they're still, I don't know. Even though it wasn't even that bad. So Endless 8 is what Haruhi, like, it's like their summer vacation, and she's like, I don't, she feels like her summer vacation, they did a lot of stuff over the vacation, but she still felt like there was more she wanted to do.
Okay.
So she just kept repeating the summer over and over again.
Okay.
And so Endless 8 is just them repeating the same days, the same month over and over again. And
Major
they
instability
repeated the
detected.
same
Be advised
summer
to safe zone.
like 15,000 times. And so it was really Endless 8 is a really good story because like in the beginning they're like, okay, this is the summer. But then like what is it? Like a couple of times, like thousands of times in, Kyon will get a call from them and then they'll group up without Haruhi and they're like, yeah, the alien like told us that we've been doing this for like 15,000 times. And then they're just really distraught because it's like they can't tell Haruhi that she's doing this, but they know that they're just gonna have to repeat the
Circle
cycle.
collapse imminent.
It's like
How
the
come they can't
cycle,
tell
like
her?
because she can't know that she has that power, not yet. That's like okay, they're just gonna find it out.
What happens if she knows, though?
I I forgot the reasoning, but
Is it so bad that she knows she's special?
got him. It's more like it's more like they don't know what she could do if they found out.
Uh,
It's like 'cause she can do stuff like repeat time.
yeah.
So it could be really bad if 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 they like know what she's doing. Someone's landing right here.
So they're worried she might
I just
abuse her
saved the guy.
powers?
They're worried. They're worried about what might happen. I don't think she would abuse her
She go
powers, but it's
tyrannical
like
when she realizes?
maybe she's kind of like eccentric, which is funny.
Oh boy.
But yeah, that's like the thing.
Wait, so there's 11 books?
Yeah, but they're
And you
like
have 5 of them?
I have 5. No, I have 4. I
You have
want
4?
5.
Uh-huh.
I want Rampage.
How come
It's
you
like
don't
the
want all
last
of
one
them?
I want. Oh, because some of them I know for a fact. The
Uh-huh.
last one, Surprise and Dissociating, they're way overpriced. Like I heard
Okay.
about it. So that, but I just chose the 5 books that I like the most.
Uh-huh.
Because most of them are just stories. Like they just like screw around. Like one of them is just the student goes up to them and is like, "Yo, I think my dog can see ghosts."
Oh
And
shit.
so it turns out like the dog is infected with like an alien parasite,
Oh my
and the alien
goodness.
has to like pretty much do an exorcism and take it out. That's kind of funny. There's your armor, dude.
It's fighting all around us.
I know there's a guy still down there in the hydro.
There's some pretty out in the open southwest. Can I get some fire on the southwest?
Southwest.
Yeah, they're prone right now.
Where? I don't see them.
Right by the storm's edge.
Oh,
Oof. Oh, they're coming up. They coming up. You don't want to come up, boy. It's my ground. Take them down. Keep pushing. We have the high ground. Oh. Nice. Good save.
Still on the rock.
On the left. He's down. Booyah!
Easy clap.
Mission area secure.
Damn, that was crazy. Just slaying fools as we go.
We had the high ground and all that. It
Yeah.
was so easy. Everyone was just like, what are we doing, man? Just picked them off one by one. That was nice. That was good. I'm gonna save this.
Yeah.